How's it going, everyone? If you are playing Granblue Fantasy Relink, if you played it and enjoyed it and need a reason to jump back in, boy oh boy do I got the reason for you, as we finally got details on version 1.2.0. That update launches April 26th. We've got 2 new characters being added. Another character has been detailed for the addition in version 1.3.0. That is in late May, and it will be interesting to hear what they are going to do following that update, because we had known as far as content updates go, we were gonna get the update last month, we were gonna get the update this month, and then May, we are gonna get an update as well. It's after that where there is a lot of uncertainty surrounding the future of Granblue Fantasy Relink based on the reception of the game, and we'll talk about that a little bit at the end of this video, or towards the end of this video. I would imagine that they were gonna do more content updates, but again, you know, people already paid $60 for it, so they got their money. The idea of more free content, paid content, we'll see how that ultimately turns out. But a lot to discuss as far as the new update. Version 1.2.0, you have new characters in Seofon and T-Win, and then you do also have details on unlocking them. You do have new quests in Gulp, so these are the rumored monsters and lock horns. You've got fate episodes for both of the aforementioned characters. Both of the characters' unique sigils have been detailed as well. We'll go through those very quickly. For Seofon, we have Spirit Edge's Rally, boosts Sword Shine level whenever Seofon activates a skill while an avatar is summoned. Boost Spirit Edge's Fury, boost attack power, stun power, and damage cap while an avatar is summoned. You have 7-star boundary, sets max HP to 45,000 in exchange for a boost to attack power and damage cap, and then Spirit Edge's Warpath grants temporary buffs to Seofon whenever he and Avatar land a finish together. Then you do have T-Win's unique sigils. Dark Huntress's Volley grants enhanced damage and a chance to gain supplementary damage when using fully charged multi-lock hail at max ultra sight level. You have Dark Huntress's Surge, a boost rate of fire for normal attacks and movement speed when shooting her bow, sets max HP cap to 45,000 in exchange for a boost to attack power and damage cap, that is to Crown Boundary. And then you have Dark Huntress's Warpath. Charge attacks have faster charge, more damage, and more stun power. They may also inflict a random debuff. So those 2 characters will be added. They also noted other new sigils rolling out. You have a Collaboration, raises trait level based on Wii Pincers rescued, increases HP. You have the Greater Aegis, greatly raises maximum health in proportion to your current maximum health, and then Auto Potion automatically uses a potion when HP drops below a certain threshold. Disabled when using assist modes, increases the stock of all recovery items by 1. You have sigil transmutation updates, transmute up to 30 sigils at once as well, so nice quality of life update there. Character balance update, we're focused on improving characters and skills which seem cooperatively inconvenient or clunky. Not every character will receive updates, though many will. For more details, check the patch notes right after the showcase that was listed, and I'll go over the full patch notes in a little bit. They also go over paid downloadable content, nothing too crazy here. New emote expansion sets, this set features all new exercise emotes, and then character expansion sets as well. Unlock your new crewmate instantly, character unique sigil, and powerful upgrade items also included. So those will be dropping as paid content. Now, before we get to the full patch notes for the aforementioned patch, version 1.3.0 has also been detailed. No official date as far as this, but you will have the playable character in Dolphin coming. Unlocking him will require a method different from the 2 other characters, so we'll see how that is. Wii Pincers forever. After completing all Wii Pincer related quests, they'll begin appearing around Folka. Collect the little guys to your heart's content, so that'll be a nice collection style gimmick for the game that is being rolled out. New butterfly indicator for Narmaya. Check Narmaya's butterfly count with just a glance. That will be available as well. And update content overview. Some new things, new proud difficulty quests, new sigils, new side quests rolling out as well. Sigil synthesis, lock sigils from the appraisal result screen, and new control schemes and more. That is update 1.3.0. I'm sure more details for that will roll out as well. And they do note version 1.2.1 update information. New content added 2 new challenging quests. Gulp, so these are the rumored monsters and Lockhorns, as I mentioned. How to unlock Gulp, so these are the rumored monsters. Unlock extreme difficulty quest, and how to unlock Lockhorns. Clear the Tale of Bahamut's Rage quest. You've got the 2 new characters. Added sigils with new traits, added new trophies as well. So trophy hunters out there, you'll be able to check those out. Up to 30 sigil transmusions can now be simultaneously executed, as we mentioned, and added the option to rewatch the end credits from the title screen. The option will unlock after completing the final chapter. There are also a bunch of general fixes. We'll go through some of this stuff here. Environmental factors such as strong winds and ground tremors should no longer interrupt players that have an active stout hard effect. This also applies to non-stout hard effects that prevent interrupts from foe attacks. Increase the radius of stun damage dealt to foes upon a successful perfect guard. Improve the visibility of visual indicators for successful perfect guards performed by party members, and improve the visibility of damage numbers that have hit their damage cap. When battle camera correction is set to off, the camera should no longer automatically point toward the originator of a chambers. Fix the bug where the tyranny trait effect wasn't properly applying to skybound arts. Fix the bug where the boost the amount of link level gain effect granted by the linked together trait wasn't applying to the skybound arts. Fix the intermittent bug where Yugen's sticky grenade attacks fail to fill his SBA gauge. Party members with a skill that can revive will no longer automatically cast that skill on a player who enters critical condition and has the auto revive status effect. And fix the bug that under certain conditions cause the player to continuously guard despite only pressing the guard button once. There's a bunch of specific character fixes. I'm not going to go through everything. A bunch of fixes for id and changes, I should say, not necessarily fixes, but changes, quality of life improvements, and so on and so forth. If you want to have the full look at that, that is available on the official Granblue website. We will leave a link in the description box below if you want to see each individual character changes. There's quite a lot, so have a gander at that. But there you go. That is update 1.20. Version 1.30 will be coming sometime in late May. Granblue Fantasy Relink was one of my favorite games of early this year. Really enjoyed it. I know there was pushback towards the campaign, the main story being relatively short, but really the main story is just a setup for all of the other content, and that's where the game really gets going after you complete the main story. But if you're going into the game just expecting, you know, a 40-hour main story, yeah, you're not getting that with this game. You can complete the main story fairly quickly, but with all of the additions of the Fate episodes, the additional missions, extra difficulties, variety of characters, there's a lot of depth to Granblue Fantasy Relink. Soundtrack is great, combat has quite a bit of depth, incredibly flashy, love the visual style, just a lot to like with the game, and I thought it was worthwhile at the beginning of the year. And at the end of the day, this is a game that really made its first foray over here stateside to the console and PC market, and it did really well, all things considered. Now you can go look at the Steam concurrent player count, and it's down to 4,000 players at this point, and it was, you know, well above 100,000 players at one point, but that is the nature of the beast. People play the game, they spent their $60 on it, and eventually you move on. I know some people, and I'm sure the headlines exist, oh my god, the game's lost 90% of its player base. Well, that happens with just about every game. And Granblue, at the end of it, has a limited amount of content. Like, they're gonna consistently update at least up until the end of May, but, you know, if you've been consistently playing it since February, you're probably, you know, you got your fix of the game, and you'll circle back to it. I'm interested to see what the player base will spike up to once the update rolls out, and that's just 4,000 on Steam. Obviously, the PlayStation audience, but the game sold very well with those things in consideration, and on top of that, it released the same week as Persona 3 Reload, which I think was absolutely wild and hindered both games' success, but both games were also relatively successful games, so, you know, funny how that works. I do also want to note that if you have yet to pick up the game, Woot.com, Orders Fulfilled by Amazon, has the Granblue Fantasy Relink PS5 Deluxe Edition for $59.99. The Deluxe Edition, guys, went for $100, so this includes art book, a soundtrack CD, a set of postcards, and in-game DLC, including starter item pack, character color packs 1 through 3, and the weapon Fall Sword of the Apocalypse. And you get the game, the physical copy as well. Box art looks great. I know a lot of people picked up the game digitally, especially with the early access gimmick tied to it. It wasn't like buy the deluxe edition, it was just buy the base game and you get it a little bit earlier digitally, but yeah, if you want a physical copy, that deluxe edition deal for $60 is great. The physical edition is on sale on Amazon for $50, but I just pay the extra $10 and get the deluxe edition from Woot.com. That's my 2 cents, but that is going to do it for me. Again, update 1.20 launching tomorrow, new characters rolling out, and another big update will be coming in late May. Really curious how they're going to roll out updates, if there are going to be significant updates after May. Hopefully there will be, fingers crossed, and if they decide to do paid expansions, that's something I think most people would be open to as well. But that'll do it for me. Links to everything in the description box below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.